an assistant till 2022, after also signing with Japan till the next World Cup. CEO Roger Clark says he expected Brown would be involved either with Japan or the All Blacks, and he knew once that decision was made, they might be able to retain him. England captain Joe Root is aiming for a patient attack in the first test against the Black Caps, starting in Mount Maunganui this morning. Root says they want to bat for long periods of time and each make good contributions. He says for that to set in and become habit is a very good sign for them. Former Chelsea and Manchester United boss Jose Mourinho is Tottenham's new manager, replacing the sacked Maurizio Pochettino. And world golf number one Brooks Koepka has been ruled out of America's President's Cup campaign next month with a knee injury. Captain Tiger Woods has replaced Ricky Fowler to replace Koepka. I'm Ash Thomas. All the latest news and sport is online now at nzherald.co.nz.
You are a great New Zealander.
And this is the award-winning Matt and Jerry Show.
Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
All the news, sport and great music you need for your morning.
With Matt Heath and Jeremy Wells.
Morning, everyone. This is the Matt and Jerry Show for Thursday, the 21st of November, 2019. It's nice to have your company this morning.
And we are not live on YouTube.com. We are live on YouTube. Woo! I'm watching you live, Jerry. It's a wide shot right now. I can see the back of Bang a Goodwin. If you ever wanted to know what Bang a Goodwin, our producer's back, looks like, go to YouTube just right now. And if you subscribe, you could win the secret sack.
This is great that we're live on YouTube. I'm really into this. What concerns me now is that you end up spending the whole time looking at the screen.
Oh, yeah.
You don't look at me. It's one of those weird things. It's like, I am here, I am present, I am
Narcissus. Narcissus? Was that the name of the
Greek? Narcissus?
Narcissus. Who just got obsessed with looking at his reflection in the puddle. Didn't go well for him, did it? Hey, Jerry, I've got some audio for you. I think you're going to like it. This is a congressman from California. And see if you can hear the indiscretion he produced.
Taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help them cheat an election.
No, I didn't hear any indiscretion there.
Let's go again.
Taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help them cheat an election.
No indiscretion. What I heard was a coffee mug being pulled across a table.
Well, that's what he's saying. This is what Representative Eric Selwell is saying, that it was a coffee club. But as I said before, this is what a coffee cup sounds like. Not so much. It doesn't really sound like I'm moving my coffee cup doesn't sound like this. Does it?
Okay. I see your fart, which could be a coffee cup moving across a table. And I'm going to raise you a hailstorm in Timaru.
Look at the size of that. What the
Jesus.
What the
language? People should watch their language on their privately recorded videos that we then play on the radio. They were huge, those hailstorms a couple of days ago in South Canterbury. We're talking tomato size, Jerry.
Yeah. Tomato.
So whose audio is better? The tomato-sized hailstones or my congressman farting in California?
Well, my one's local, which gives it...
that's right, yeah, gives it more juice.
Definitely more juice. And also, mine's got profanity. Your one doesn't have profanity, so I win.
Well, what's better, profanity or flatulence?
Yeah. If he had have gone and then gone, oh, and yours would have maybe won.
Shakedown 1979. Cool kids never have a time. Light wire right up off the street. You and I should meet. Jukebox skipping like a stone. Justine never knew the rules. Hung down with the freaks and ghouls. No apologies ever need be made. I know you better than you fake it. See that we don't even care to shake these zipper blues, and we don't know just where our bones will rest to dust. I guess forgotten memories of to the the street heats the urgency of now. As you see, there's no one around.
Smazzapazz, Matt and Jerry show, 8:13 in the morning. Sorry, you go.
I was going to say, Jerry, first test today between England and the Black Caps. And in honour of that, we've been putting together the first 11 of Rock. We've put together the batting lineup, and we've had a go at the batting lineup and a bit of a tickle around the bowling lineup. My suggestions were Mick Jagger and David Bowie opening. And I've got Josh Homme in the bowling attack, but we'd love to hear what you think, because we're going to finalise it before the end of the show today. 3483 0800 Hodaki, who should be in the first 11 of Rock?
My feeling is no bowling attack for the first 11 of Rock would be complete without Mick Fleetwood from Fleetwood Mac. He's got the height, 6'5".
What's he bowling? Has he still got any pace? He's
He
what,
bowls-
71?
He bowls left arm over like Bruce Reid, and he's got the ability to bring it back to the right hander. Also, when he gets his rhythm going, and he does have great rhythm, Mick Fleetwood. When he gets his rhythm going, he's a very, very difficult bowler to get away. He just bowls straight.
And of course, Chris Martin from Coldplay's already played for the Black Caps extensively. So
He's got over 200 test wickets.
yeah, I mean, he'd be a great option as a bowler, Chris Martin.
Let's go to Luke. Good morning, Luke. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks, fellas. Yourselves?
Good. You got a suggestion for the first 11 of Rock?
Yeah, I managed to punish myself listening to the All Intro No Show driving down the country over the weekend, and I had a deep thought about it. And one person who slipped through the radar, I think, is Iggy Pop.
Oh, yeah,
I think that's the one. I reckon he'd just come in with a sort of, he'd be an all-rounder and probably have a good little bit of a mouth on him to get the team reared up.
Well, maybe he's not. I think he wouldn't be a bad wicketkeeper. I mean, but is he going to push James Hetfield out at the number 6 spot? I mean, James Hetfield bowls some medium pace, hits the deck quite hard. Looks to take it away from the right-hander. Reasonably aggressive right-handed batsman. Are you saying he's? I don't know. I mean, maybe as a keeper. Who have we got keeping at the moment?
Right now we've got Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers behind the stumps.
Yeah. No, yeah, I reckon you could take Flea out and put Iggy in as a wicket keeper. He's just going to have a bit more of a mouth on him. He's going to get the banter going. You need that behind the wicket.
Well, I mean,
Dangerously old.
and he's also never wears his shirt. I mean,
Neither does Flea.
that'd be good.
neither does Flea.
No,
That's
that's
actually
true.
a very good point. Actually, we've got a couple of shirtless options behind the stumps. There, you don't see that much in international cricket. And Baz
I'm
McCullum
sure.
never kept with no shirt on, did he?
No, but if he had, imagine it.
Oh, that would have been great, wouldn't it?
So are we agreed that that John Toogood is in the bowling lineup? Because I mean,
Yeah.
he does bowl.
Yeah,
He's
he's-
quite useful. He bowls right arm pace.
Yep.
Yeah.
Full pace.
Johnny Toogood's in there. I was looking at Chris Cornell as completing the bowling lineup. So you want Mick Fleetwood, but would you replace Mick Fleetwood? Would you get rid of Josh Homme for Mick
Yeah, well,
Fleetwood?
Josh Homme's never bowled a cricket ball in his life. I mean, let's be honest. He's a baseball guy. He's from Palm Springs. He's no cricket. He wouldn't even know what cricket is. I mean, yeah, he's got a bit of height and he's got a bit of size, but he would chuck it.
Is he a
And-
chucker?
Yeah, of course he is. He's only ever played baseball.
He's
I mean,
angry
Mick
man,
Fleetwood is English. He understands the game of cricket.
He's got the anger though. He'd got the anger. He kicked that photographer in the face that time.
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking about Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
Chris Cornell, I mean, he's going to get hit for a couple of fours. Next thing you know, it's all over. He'll be taking his life in the dressing room. You can't have that in the first 11 of Rock.
I don't know if you can even say that.
Really?
Keep those suggestions coming through on 3483.
Now, baby, I come up running.
You said call me now, baby, and I'd come a running. If you'd call me now, baby, then I'd come a running. I'm on call to be there, one and all. To be there when I fall to pieces, Lord, you know. I'll be there waiting. Be there. Be there. I'm on call to be there, one and all. To be there when I fall to pieces, Lord, you know. I'll be there waiting. I'm gone broke. So be there, one for all. Won't be there when they fall to pieces, Lord, you know. I'll be there loving. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run. To be there.
8:19 on the Matt and Jerry Show. A lot of suggestions coming in for this first 11 of rock ahead of the first test between New Zealand and England starting today at the Bay Oval. ACC is going to be commentating that game from coverage starts about 10:45 on iHeartRadio. Mikey Havoc bowling at the death brings a lot of energy and not a lot of people know, but he's the long lost Marshall triplet. Of course, the Marshalls, Hamish and James, playing for the New Zealand team back in the early 2000s.
I did not know that, but it makes sense now. The same here. Similar face.
This is a terrible suggestion.
Yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne for keeper. What are you, crazy? Ozzy Osbourne, he's so medicated.
That's by City.
Oh, exactly. Imagine the amount of buys. You'd have a guy like Mick Fleetwood with pace and bounce coming in, left arm over. You'd maybe get a nick. It'd hit him in the face. He wouldn't even get his hands up in time.
Yeah, no, that'd be terrible. Ozzy Osbourne, no way. This is an interesting option here. Tina Turner looks a lot like Lasith Malinga.
Oh, she does, actually.
I mean, looking like someone's one thing. Another thing, delivering, you know. I mean, Tina Turner, she bowl a Yorker? Does, you know...
She wouldn't know what cricket is.
No.
She's
coming in with those high heels.
Yeah.
On the pumps with that big ass. I mean, she's got a great toilet.
Great bod.
Great bod, great toilet. Interesting because Mick Jagger, I think most people agreeing that Mick Jagger should open the batting. And a lot of people don't know this, but you know how Mick Jagger ponces around the stage. That was all just an imitation of Tina Turner. It was a big joke they had. Why don't you go on stage and pretend to be Tina Turner?
And now it defines him.
Yeah, so now he walks around like he's got big boobs and a big booty.
Bon Scott, former singer for AC/DC, should be in the lineup.
He's dead, though, of course.
Apparently a great leg spin bowler, a bit of a rooter, and loves to sink some piss.
Well, he's Australian.
Right. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, he bowled leg spin, did he?
Geez, that's a good point. We haven't got too many Australians in the team. If you've got an opportunity to get Australians in the team, you'd take it, wouldn't you?
What's Farnsey like? I mean, I imagine Farnsey would be quite useful behind the stumps.
Farnsey, everyone's trying to put people behind the stumps. They're trying to hide people.
Barnsey?
Barnsey, I think he'd be a nuggety opening
Off-spinner.
batsman.
He'd be an off spinner, would he?
Maybe a few offies, like part-time offies, but I think geez. Or would he, sort of, I'm imagining in the Ricky Ponting mould.
Oh, yeah. Maybe at number
Yeah.
3, Barnsey.
Yeah, great puller of the ball. Likes it short.
Keep the suggestions coming in, 3483 or 0800 Huddy.
Well,
Give us a call.
Hutchins.
Hutchins.
Yeah.
No, again, too soft. You can get under his skin.
But he's an Australian. Every Australian's going to be better at cricket than nearly any other nationality.
Dangerously good looking.
God is this moment. 21st century's yesterday. You can care all you want. Everybody does, yeah, that's okay. So slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. You're one of my kind. I need you tonight. 'Cause I'm not sleeping. There's something about you, girl, that makes me sweat. I'm lonely. What do you think? Can't think at all. What you gonna do? Gonna live my life. So slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. You're one of my kind. I need you tonight. 'Cause I'm not sleeping. There's something about you, girl, that makes me sweat. So how do you feel? I'm lonely. What do you think? Can't think at all. What you gonna do? Gonna live my life. How do you feel? I'm lonely. What do you think? Can't think at all. What you gonna do? Gonna live my life. So slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. So slide over here and give me a moment. I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. You want to
My kind. You sure he couldn't be in the first 11 of rock? Michael Hutchins?
No, I don't think Michael Hutchins should be in our team. I just say you're trying to bring in too many of these suicide guys. Why do you want everybody that's committed suicide in the team?
We don't have anyone at the moment except for Chris Cornell.
Get Cornell out.
Which is quite weird for Radio Hodaki because we play a lot of musicians that have sadly taken their own lives, don't we?
I don't want Cobain.
A lot of junkies as
I don't
well.
want Cobain and I don't want Cornell.
You don't want Cornell?
No. Good morning, Andrew from Napes. How are you?
Good morning, Jeremy. I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Good. You got a suggestion for the first 11 of rock, Andrew?
Yes, I do. Bob Geldof.
Bob Geldof, what does he? What does he play? Where would you
Yeah,
put him in the bin?
I'm imagining he'd be a seamer. He's a tall man. I can't imagine he'd get much speed.
No.
Can't imagine he'd be charging it at a million, but I'm thinking you and Chatfield.
Oh, okay,
right,
yeah,
okay.
I can
So
see
puts
that.
It on,
I
puts
can
it on the
see that.
spot over and
Yeah.
over again.
I don't know. Either that or maybe an off spinner that just really doesn't turn the ball very much, but a real journeyman.
Yeah, like a tall, skinnier version of May.
Yeah,
The
Tim
Australian
May.
spinner.
Yeah, that's right.
Tim May.
What would
Yeah.
you get Brian May? Is
And he
Brian
was-
May a bit of a Tim May?
Brian
I can
May.
imagine he had a few words to say as well.
Brian May, in my opinion, from Queen, the guitarist from Queen, he looks a lot like Bob Willis. There's a real similarity between Brian May from Queen and Bob Willis. Maybe
Well,
he
we
can
can't just
steam
we
in
just
like
can't
Bob Willis.
populate
used to.
first 11 of rock with people that look like other people. I mean, that's why I'm vetoing this idea of Tina Turner just because she looks like Leseth Malinga. You've got to have more skills than just looking like, a great bowler.
David, have you got any suggestions?
Yeah, I have bowling. Peter Garrett. He's got a bit of height.
He's Australian. Yes.
Well, he's
Very
got
good at cricket.
he's got an unusual action, David. That's the problem because he does that dancing that's sort of like
The arms down by his side.
The no arms Australian pub dancing.
So he runs in and all of his bowling actions at the last second, just like a spasmodic, just... might be quite hard to play.
Whipping it in from a bit of height.
He kind of reminds me of Peter Fulton in a way.
Yeah, it's a bit
so
of
maybe
Peter
he could be
Fulton.
an opening batsman.
I think there's some other issues as well because I believe the first 11 Rock are playing at some grounds which have land claims over them. And he might just get a little bit focused, and some of them are former places where mining took place. So he gets a bit focused on environmental issues
he's
sometimes.
very political about it. He'd be too political in the team, wouldn't he, Peter Garrett? There'd always be problems.
Potentially.
Hey, Jerry, up next, speaking about politics, I was involved in an incident in a bus lane yesterday, and I feel really good about it, even though I was totally in the wrong. And arguably, I made about 400 people hate me, but I feel good about it, and I want to share that story next, if that's all right with you.
Look forward to that. Matt and Jerry Show, Radio Hauraki.
The Matt and Jerry Show with ITM's Makita Toolbox top-up sale on now.
Rick D's right here.
Hold that. Let me just edit this and drop this in here.
Hauraki's Friday Top 40.
Perfect. Each Friday, Radio Hauraki will count down 40 of the greatest tunes as decided by you. This Friday, it's the top 40 British bangers.
Take me out.
Text your pack to 3483 and tune in this Friday at 2. Why? Because it's Friday and we can. Radio Hauraki, the station for great New Zealanders.
Score mates rates today only at Rebel Sport. From 9 till 9, you'll get 35% off all clothing and footwear, plus deals store-wide. So get into Rebel. Discounts off the white sticker price. Excludes the purchase of gift vouchers.
This is Hauraki News.
Good morning, Ash Thomas here with your Hauraki headlines. Prince Andrew is stepping back from his royal duties due to the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. The Duke of York says he deeply sympathises with Epstein's victims and is willing to help law enforcement. Donald Trump claims he's been cleared of wrongdoing by latest evidence at the impeachment inquiry. Ambassador Gordon Sondland has told the committee Trump's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, pushed for a quid pro quo with Ukraine. But the president says a transcript between him and Sondland shows he had ruled that out. And to sport, Lockie Ferguson totally understands why he's missed out on a test debut for the Black Caps series opener against England. Trent Bolt, Tim Southey and Neil Wagner will instead feature in the test starting at Mount Maunganui this morning. Ferguson says it makes sense to stick with that trio and he wasn't actually expecting to make the team. Those are your Hauraki headlines. All the latest news and sport is online now at nzherald.co.nz.
Thank you very much, Ash Thomas. The impeachment trial is interesting, isn't it, with President Trump? Is he watching it?
He says he's not watching it, but he keeps revealing he is watching it, and people are saying he's just watching nothing but cable news all day. He looks terrible.
He does.
He looks ill.
He does.
Hey, I want to share my bus lane crime that I committed yesterday. One I'm happy about.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Matt and Jerry Show Radio. How to get 36 in the morning.
So yesterday I was taking 3 small boys to cricket practice and I had to drive down Dominion Road to get there. And I was running a bit late because it was over at Cornwall Park, which is a bit of a mish around the 4:30, just before 5 o'clock time. And I was sitting in the long line of traffic. And normally I hate someone that will do this because they're taking advantage where they shouldn't. But I just saw the bus lane and I was feeling the pressure of being late to practice so much, and I saw the bus lane and I saw the guy that you have with the camera that films everyone and then pings them by looking up their license plates, and then I thought, I can't take this anymore, I'm going mental. I've got to get out of this. I've got to get out of this lane. I can't wait for it to go. I can't take the pressure of being late anymore. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go down the bus lane and take the fine. But I thought I'm going to have fun with this because this is going to cost me, I don't know how much it costs you, $80, right? So I'm going to...
How much does it cost?
I don't know. Hopefully, I was thinking $80, but I've got no idea. If it's $5,000, then I'll be disappointed because it would not be worth it. So I blast down the lane. I go to the boys. This is going to be fun. It's going to be fun, kids. It's going to be fun. Get ready to wave to the camera. So I slow down past the camera, taking the picture in the bus lane. I've looked back. There's no bus all the way back down to Minion Road coming. There's no one ahead of us. So I'm not really annoying anyone except for the people that I zoom past, you know. And so we slow down and we wave and we honk at the parking guy that's holding the camera, and we think, hey, this will be fun. He'll enjoy it. But he gave me the evilest look, and then he just looked away in disgust.
Yeah, well, I'm with that guy.
So it wasn't
I'm with
even
him.
fun. I was just trying to make his day more fun because he got to ping someone, so that's his job. He's there to ping
He
people.
doesn't get to ping anyone. He's
He
just
pinged
filming
me.
no matter what. He's just filming.
But he got to do his job.
No, he doesn't, because he's doing his job anyway. His job is turning up there and doing some filming.
Yeah, but at least it's slightly more fun if someone drives past with 3 kids in the car, honking and waving.
He wants there to be a clean sheet. He's doing his job in his mind. If it's a clean sheet, I mean, people like you flagrantly disregarding the law.
But I wanted to make his day better. I thought, look, let's make my day better. I know I'm going to get the ticket. Rather than people driving past and giving him the finger or being angry at him and saying, I understand this is your job. I understand we need bus lanes. I'll go past. And I thought he'd wave and go, hey, we're all having a good time. But he looked at me like I'd committed a murder in that bus lane.
Good morning, Matty J. Welcome to the Matt and Jerry Show. Do you know how much it costs when you drive in those bus lanes?
Yeah, it's cost us 150, I think 3 times. But that's actually T2 lanes, which and T3 lanes, both 150.
So Matt, you're going to be. Is it worth $150? Is it worth $150 just to rub it in that guy?
$150. Well, then he should have been even happier with me, because if I'm willing to pay $150, which I'm not now, I feel terrible and I've got horrible guilt about wasting that kind of money. But still, my point stands. You're pinging me. I'm getting pinged. You're doing your job. We're all waving. We're honking. There's been a crime committed, but the justice is being served. Let's have a big smile. Let's have a good time in the community. We all love each other.
He doesn't get paid commission.
Oh, he does,
He doesn't care whether...
I thought they got paid commission.
No.
Don't they have a quota?
No.
Do they not have a quota?
No, they don't have a quota.
They've got a quota.
They don't have a quota.
Pred quota.
No, they don't have a quokka.
They've got a quokka.
No, they don't have a quokka. So you're $150.
$150
Is that
in the
worth
hole.
it?
No, it was
Smarty
not.
Pants, is that worth it?
It wasn't worth it, $150.
It's not worth it, is it?
I thought it would be 40, 80, something. 150. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it should be. It should be 200.
Freaking disaster.
Should be 200.
This Friday from 2, it's time to get back to our colonial roots and celebrate the best of British. Radio Hodaki's Friday Top 40 Countdown. The British Bangers. Text 3483 to vote now and crank Hodaki this Friday at 2.
The Matt and Jerry Show. All right.
Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Your complete New Zealand today, this morning.
News, entertainment, sport, and great music.
Matt Heath and Jeremy Wells on Radio Hodaki.
It's 17 minutes to 9 on the Matt and Jerry Show, which means we've got 17 minutes to finalise this first 11 of rock. We've got some more suggestions coming in. Hall & Oates as opening batsman. Look, I'm not sure about Hall & Oates. I know about Hall, but Oates.
Oates is a terrible pest.
Yeah,
He's
I
the
know,
little
with
one
that-
with the moustache.
With that moustache.
Yeah, you can't have Oates. I mean, there's been some great players with great moustache. I mean, Booney for a start, but
Merv,
but not that. No, you can't have Oates. No one knows what Oates did in Hall & Oates. It was all Hall.
Well, this is Hall singing.
Yeah, so it was just Oates was just no.
Oates was pesting.
Yeah, it's not a real partnership.
Well, you got one guy who writes the songs and the other one pests.
Yeah, well, Oates isn't going to rotate the strike, is he?
Oates.
Yeah.
Oates has apparently got great footwork. I mean, he's short. Generally batsman.
Peter Garrett fast bowler. A lot of people saying that. He's an Australian. Aussie for the number 9 awkward off spinner who bowls crap but gets wickets.
No, I don't think Ozzy Osbourne should be in the team.
Bob Marley, West Indian opening batsman.
Yeah,
bowls a few offies.
Bob Marley.
I tell you what, Bob Marley's putting some pressure on
James Hetfield for that number 6 spot.
Yeah, he is, Bob Marley. Yep. Absolutely, that's a great suggestion.
Yeah, I think Bob Marley's a very good suggestion. Opening partnership, John Bonham and Bill Ward. Yeah. Also, are we playing Michael Hutchins as a spinner? Massively powerful wrist action and a swift mover in the field.
And I think there's something there.
Well, he's prepared to choke the opposition. That's for sure.
Where are we playing? Is there going to be any turn?
I don't know. This is the thing. We don't know where we're playing at this stage. All right. Let's keep those suggestions coming in. We need to announce this in the next 15 minutes.
Hey, look, we're live on YouTube. You can watch our show now on the Radio Haddock on YouTube. Some of these comments I'm not happy with. Matt needs to grow his facial hair back. His face looks like it's from a horror movie right now.
Here's Linkin Park, Radio Haddock, Matt and Jerry Show.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on, didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard. In spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I've put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all,
That's Linkin Park on the Matt and Jerry Show. 8:49 in the morning. Some late suggestions coming in for this first 11 of rock that we're trying to put together before the test match starts today at 11. The ACC's covering at 10:45. Coverage starts on iHeartRadio. And this is an interesting suggestion. Angus Young from AC/DC.
Not as a batsman. People aren't suggesting him as an opening batsman, a little nuggety right-hander. He's a right-hander, isn't he? I was going to say left-hander, but he's not. They're suggesting him as a bowler and a pace bowler.
Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of in the Danny Morrison mould, so he skids it through. You'd think it would be short. He's aggressive.
Yeah.
And then it just skids through a little bit on you and surprises you. Also, he's been playing in his school's first 11 for 36 years.
He's 5'4", so he's a lot shorter than Danny Morrison. I don't know. What do you mean he's still in his high school first 11?
Yeah, he's still in the first 11. He's still wearing that uniform.
There's another suggestion here, and I'm not 100% sure about this, is Bob Marley for coming into the team. Of course, he's West Indian. But is he going to listen to the advice of the support staff in terms of, like, say, what happens if he gets a foot injury? Is he going to listen to, the medical staff? Because historically he hasn't, and then he's died because he hasn't been listening to medical advice.
But all I know is that he's a tactician, and he's apparently very flamboyant batsman. Likes to play a drive to a full delivery outside off stump off the back foot, and very good with the short ball as well. Good morning, Robbie.
G'day, mate. How you doing?
Good, thank you. Have you got a suggestion for us?
I bloody do. I'm not sure if this has come up because I haven't, unfortunately, I've been forced to listen to a different station the last couple of days. But has anyone brought up Chris Martin?
Yeah, from Coldplay, and also, because we were saying before, he's played for the Black Caps extensively, Chris Martin. He's got 200 test wickets, hasn't he?
Yeah. No,
so it'd be silly not to get Chris Martin involved.
It's a good suggestion, Robbie.
Well, yeah, and, tall, rangy, unflappable. Doesn't matter how many people hate him. he's just going to keep on rolling the shoulder, and he'll do well.
Yep, and rides his bike to practice, I'm told, as well.
He's a bit of a whinger.
No, that's a good suggestion, Robbie. I appreciate that. All right, up next,
we announced the first 11 of rock.
Yeah, that's right.
So, just moments to get your suggestion in.
Right now, here's David Bowie, Modern Love, 8:51. Matt and Jerry Show on Hodaki.
He's currently opening with Jagger.
David Bowie on the Matt and Jerry Show, 5 minutes to 9 in the morning.
Okay, Jerry, you ready to announce the first 11 of Rock in honour of the first test against England today? Live on iHeartRadio from about 10:45, the ACC. So should we suck the life out of this?
Yeah. Well, let's cross now live to the Parnell Cricket Club club rooms where the announcement is being made. Good morning, everyone. It's nice to have you with us here at the Parnell Cricket Club. It's a real honour for the Parnell Cricket Club to be hosting this particular event, announcing the first 11 of Rock. So the first 11 of Rock, who are going to be playing against the first 11 of Pop and the first 11 of Dubstep in a triangular tournament later on this year, are opening the batting Mick Jagger and David Bowie. At 3, Jimmy Barnes, Australia. Coming in at 4, Jimi Hendrix. David Grohl at 5. At number 6, and captain from the West Indies, Bob Marley. The wicketkeeper is Flea. The bowlers, a little bit of an all-rounder, a batting all-rounder, bowling all-rounder, Johnny Toogood at 8 from Shehad. Angus Young at 9. Mick Fleetwood from Fleetwood Mac, the drummer, at 10. And rounding off the first 11 of Rock is Chris Martin at number 11. So that's the team. Thanks very much for everybody who came along. The Parnell enrolments will still be going on until probably Christmas time. So if anyone wants to enrol, if you can visit the website parnellcricket.co.nz and sign up there.
Just before you go, there's chips and fizzy for the kids out the front, and maybe grab a sausage, okay? So go and get that, but don't push. Line up, okay? Okay, kids, fizzy and a packet of chips, one each, and some sausages out the front.
Solid team, that one.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that's come together and so quickly.
Well balanced. Johnny Toogood, Angus Young, Mick Fleetwood and Chris Martin, the bowling attack. A little bit of pace there, some height, some non-height.
Hey, could I just take a moment here before the show ends to say good luck to Matt Heath and Phil Bruff and the rest of the team at Vinewood Motion Graphics, up for an award at the New Zealand Television Awards tonight for Best Kids Show around Welcome to Cardboard City. So good luck to those guys. Some great New Zealanders, and hope you go well. Don't drink too much early. And I'm looking at you, Spooge.
You just wished yourself luck.
Well, no, I've been waiting all show for you to do it.
Good luck.
There you go.
The Matt and Jerry Show with ITM's Makita Toolbox top-up sale on now. Hodaki Drive with Matt and Manaya back today from 4 p.m. on Radio Hodaki.